You want to be a bit of an butthole at the theater? Better hope you enjoy the show. So this happened about 10 years ago when I worked at the box office of a movie theater, before automated machines were the norm. Adult tickets, 14 plus, were $11.99. Kids, 3 to 13, were $9.50 and kids under 3 were free. I had a woman come to my till with 2 kids. Now, these kids look to be about 15, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. As many kids don't carry any kind of ID, the rule of thumb was to sell either a kid's ticket or adult ticket based on how old the adult told us the kids were. Many people would abuse this and say the kids were 13 in order to save a few bucks. Typically, I didn't care as I understood the prices were pretty high and this was a big chain, so a few older kids getting cheaper tickets wasn't a big deal. What was different this time is that the woman was very rude throughout the whole transaction. We have a series of questions we have to ask throughout the transaction, loyalty program, etc., and we would randomly get scored by mystery shoppers to ensure we were following the script. This woman was annoyed and short with me throughout the whole transaction when I was being super friendly and just trying to do my job. When we got to the part about what kind of tickets she needed, it went something like this. I'm like, how old are the kids? She's like, why? I say, so I know whether they need kids tickets or adult tickets. What is the difference? I'm like, adult tickets are for 14 plus and are $11.99. Kids tickets are for 3 to 13 and are $9.50. Oh, they're 13. I say, okay. And which film would you like to go see today? She said some popular movie, take a guess. Okay, no problem. For 2 kids and 1 adult that will be $30.99 total. She then says, actually, I am not going with them. I am just dropping them off. I get her with, unfortunately, this movie is 14A, which means you have to be either 14 or accompanied by an adult to see it. Well, they're 14. She says. I then say, you just told me they're 13. She then says they're actually 14. I just didn't want to pay the price for adult tickets. Unfortunately, you told me they're 13. Unless you have ID that shows they are 14, I have to assume what you first told me was correct and cannot allow them to watch this movie unsupervised as it is 14A. I told her this is ridiculous. So what are my options? I laugh saying, they can either go to a different movie that is not 14A, or you will have to buy a ticket and accompany them to this one. After a lot of back and forth about options, she finally decided to bite the bullet and buy an adult ticket to accompany them. I like to think she spent the next 2 hours reflecting on how her attempt to save $5 ended up costing her $11.99 and 2 hours of her time. Realistically, she likely bought the ticket, accompanied them into the theater, and then left them there to watch the movie while she went shopping. Either way, it still cost her the extra $11.99 for her ticket.